as they navigate the challenging task of providing leadership in this very difficult time. Father, as we are here to officially launch the Coding in Schools pilot program, I pray, Lord, for your blessing over this activity. Father, we put before you all the participants of this initiative. We pray, Lord, that you will give our boys and girls understanding and patience as they are exposed to another side of technology. Lord, I pray a special prayer for the conceptualizers and facilitators of the program. We thank you that they have used their gifts to make a positive impact on our education system. We thank you for our partners, the Amber Innovations Group. Bless their operations. May they flourish. We ask for your continued protection here at the Education Ministry as we launch our program. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Good afternoon to you and welcome again. My name is Lisa Rowe, Media Liaison Officer here at the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. Welcome to our launch of the Pilot Coding in Schools program. This afternoon we have with us the Honorable Favour Williams, Minister of Education, Youth and Information, the Acting Permanent Secretary, Dr. Grace McLean, Dr. Kassan Troop, Chief Education Officer, Acting, members of the Executive Management Team of the Ministry, representatives from Amber Innovations, Mr. Dushyant Savadia, Founder and CEO, Mr. Michael McNaughton, Managing Director, and they're both joining us virtually. And of course, here with us, it's Mr. Floyd Garrett, who is the Head of Sales and Business Development. We also welcome the teachers, parents, and students viewing online and members of the media. We are streaming, of course, on the ministry's social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and also on Zoom or media partners. Now, this afternoon, we have a brief agenda, and we are, of course, in full compliance with the COVID-19 protocols set out by the government. At this time, we're going to invite the Acting Permanent Secretary, Dr. Grace McLean, to bring welcome.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Lisa Rowe. The Honorable Favour Williams, Minister of Education, Youth and Information, the Honorable Robert Nestor Morgan, Minister of State in the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, Dr. Kassan Troop, our Chief Education Officer, Acting, members of the Executive Management Team of the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, representatives of Amber Innovations, namely Mr. Dushyant Savadia, Founder and CEO, Mr. Michael McNaughton, Managing Director, and Mr. Floyd Garrett, Head of Sales and Business Development. Mr. Savadia and Dr. McNaughton are on Zoom or online, and Mr. Floyd Garrett is here with us in the conference room at the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. Our teachers, our parents, and importantly, our students who are viewing online, members of the media, good afternoon, and let me use this opportunity to extend a very special welcome to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed a historic moment for the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. The ministry, guided by the Honorable Favour Williams, is now being transitioned into a fit-for-purpose ministry that will ignite and excite the minds of our students. And so, ladies and gentlemen, launching officially the introduction of coding in our schools is really very exciting, and it shows that we are moving towards ensuring that our students who are within our school system are being prepared for the fourth industrial revolution and beyond. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it is on that basis that I extend a very special welcome to you all, and also to just say sincere thanks and appreciation to our teachers, our parents, and our students who for the last 2 weeks or so, Dr. Troop, or 3 weeks, 2 weeks? 3 weeks, they have been actively engaging in exciting lessons online. And of course, you will hear from some of our students a little later. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as we go into the program, very short program, we ask that you sit back, you relax, and please enjoy what we have to share with you this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Grace McLean, the Acting Permanent Secretary here at the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. I hope you were taking note of something she said. It's a fit-for-purpose education system to ignite and excite our children. And we, of course, could not be doing this without the collaboration and the teamwork of the AMBER Innovation Group. Now, representing the Amber Innovations Group this afternoon is Mr. Floyd Garrett. He's the head of sales and business development, and we invite him to bring his remarks.
Moderator Lisa Rowe, Honourable Favour Williams, Education Minister, Dr. Grace McLean, Acting Permanent Secretary, Dr. Kassan Troop, Acting Chief Executive Officer, other government officials, Board of Directors of Amber Group, and all others who've joined us online, members of the media, students, good afternoon. I'd like to start by extending our sincere apologies for the absence of Mr. Dushyant Savadia, our founder and group CEO, who is currently on business travel. It's me to emphasise how extremely proud he is of this partnership and extends his heartiest congratulations to the Ministry of Education on reaching this milestone of expanding and diversifying the educational curriculum of Jamaican students. Through this MOU, Amber and the Ministry of Education will partner to introduce coding into the curriculum of private schools here in Jamaica. This is indeed a significant milestone that we are all proud to celebrate. The Amber Group is delighted and excited that we have another opportunity to expand and transform how coding is taught across the island and to realise a vision of making Jamaica the next Silicon Valley of this region. As you would recall, we partnered with the Heart NSTCA Trust to introduce the Amber Heart Coding Academy in January of this year, which is currently training over 50 coders, with a further 50 students to begin later this month. Today, we are starting the process to introduce coding to 20 primary and secondary schools to reach over 2,000 students across the island. So for anybody who doubts the ability of Jamaica to produce world-class coders, I am happy to share the findings from the latest report from the Amber Heart Academy on the progress being made by the coders enrolled in the program. I stand here and proudly announce that 70% of the students enrolled at the academy have achieved 100% on their most recent exams. Thank you. It's amazing. This is hugely impressive, a hugely impressive accolade in our first term with the Amber Coding Academy, and is a clear indication of where the nation is heading. Today, we at Amber are proud to be partners of the Ministry of Education, unveiling the second major milestone of our mission, a partnership that will see the genesis of the next generation of coders, and we are truly excited for the possibilities ahead. This partnership will result in students being engaged in coding from as early as 8 years old. Just think about what this means for these students and how we are transforming their outlook and ultimately their world. I popped into the academy at Stony Hill last week, and having seen your peers at work firsthand, I can attest to the inspirational and amazing capabilities with a pure focus on developing the next Jamaican coders and software developers. I also want us to think about the possible impact on the Jamaican business landscape. I am the newest employee at the Amber Group. I came from a technology space, more recently having worked at Microsoft here in Jamaica to support businesses in the Caribbean region in their journey to digital transformation and embracing cloud technologies. One of the reasons I was attracted to Amber was because of the vision of the company and the impact we are having, not only just here in Jamaica, but 30 countries across the globe. After forming the Amber Group in 2015, the focus was on providing technology for the greater good and building opportunities like this for the next generation of leaders and business people. We do so through our commitment to transform our products and services and through strong partnerships like the one we are forging here today. Software has become the mainframe in which societies and governments develop and evolve. Therefore, it is very fitting that this is a government-supported initiative with Amber for software skills development that will in turn help the country of Jamaica and the region to evolve. We all have dreams and aspirations, and Amber is helping many people here in Jamaica realize theirs. Our investment in providing the free coding initiative is one of the many ways we plan to assist and add value to the progress already underway and being made here in Jamaica to help the youths of today become the adults of tomorrow. Globally, we are on the cusp of a digital era where technology is at the forefront. At this stage, Jamaica has all the necessary tools, people at our disposal. We just need to equip them with initiatives like the Amber Coding Academy and help fulfill their vision to enable us to achieve the overall vision for Jamaica today, tomorrow and beyond. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Minister of Education, Youth and Information, the Honourable Minister Favour Williams, for the invitation today. I commend her for her tireless work within the education sector outside of the boundaries of the standard curriculum, which includes the Amber Heart Coding Academy as an example. And we, the Amber Group, continue to be committed to providing funding and support for the programme. I thank you all for your time, and I look forward to sharing even more successful and positive outcomes with the Amber Academy as we continue to move forward and see the opportunities it is creating. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Floyd Garrett, who is the Head of Sales and Business Development at Amber Group. Something very significant that he said, making Jamaica the next Silicon Valley of the Caribbean. And based on the results as he's outlined so far, I think we're well on our way to make that a reality. We're now going to watch a video of just students from our education sector expressing their appreciation for the pilot program in their schools.
Sarah, introduce yourself.
My name is Kiara Davis, and I attend Savannah Lamar Primary School, the home of the Soaring Eagles.
Great. And why are you interested in coding?
I'm interested in coding because someday I would like to design my own coding app for fashion designing.
Awesome. You want to be a fashion designer?
Yes, I do.
So, Kiara, how has coding benefited you?
Coding has benefited me because without coding, there wouldn't be any apps. And I like apps because I'd like to create my own fashion designing app, and coding will help me to do that.
Good morning. Why do you want to learn coding? I have always been intrigued about how the computer works and what is being done to translate the English language to the binary language.
Yes.
How has the training benefited you so far? The coding training has allowed me to be more open-minded about the technological industry and the associated job opportunities. It has also helped me to develop problem-solving skills and expand my creativity.
Learn coding. I want to learn coding because it has helped me with my understanding of the computer much better. How has coding benefited me so far? Coding has benefited me to understand the computer much better about the binary and the system, the software system. In the 3 weeks, I have learned so much about coding, and I wish to continue it because I know it can be beneficial.
My name is Saskia Campbell. The first question was, why do you want to learn coding? Basically, I would like to learn coding because it will be beneficial to me in the future. It helps me to understand more about the computer that I didn't know, and it will be useful to me in the future. The second question was, how has the training benefited you so far? It has benefited me well. I am learning, can say that I am learning. I do understand things now I didn't know about the computer, and I know it will benefit me a lot in the future.
Good morning everyone, my name is Devon Newkit. I am in grade 4. I am attending Colonel De Avenue Primary. This coding class has benefited me to learn more about the input and output devices. This coding class is important to me so I could help my fellow classmates and to help me to understand more about the computer so when I grow up I could
Websites and softwares. I mean, this is something that is commendable and remarkable, and it's a very timely initiative. So at this time, it is my pleasure to introduce you to the lady who has the responsibility of steering the ship here at the Education Ministry. And we invite, ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Favour Williams, Minister of Education, Youth and Information, to deliver the main address.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Lisa Rowe, moderator. You're looking just splendid this morning. Morning or good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me acknowledge our Minister of State, the Honorable Nestor Morgan, our Permanent Secretary Acting, Dr. Grace McLean, our Chief Education Officer, Acting Dr. Troop. Let me also acknowledge the team members from Amber Innovations. I know that Deshaun Savadia, I always stump on that word, is not on this morning, but in absentia, I want to recognize him for his enthusiasm and for, when I raised the topic with him, I mean, he wholeheartedly just jumped right in. It's yes, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. And here we are, already 3 weeks into the program. Let me as well acknowledge Dr. McNaughton, Managing Director, and of course, Mr. Floyd Garrett, Head of Sales and Business Development for Amber Innovations, who we heard from earlier, all our teachers, our parents, our students, the students who we heard just now talking about their experience so far in the program, members of the media who are on, a very pleasant good day or good afternoon to you. I am delighted to be here to witness what's happening. It's the launch of the Pilot Coding in Schools program. We recognize, as have most educational administrators across the world, that rapid technological advancements are changing the way we live, work, and play. As such, we have a responsibility to prepare our students for our increasingly interconnected and tech-driven world. We're seeking to build on existing efforts to help them to be agile and ready for contemporary and emerging jobs, regardless of their backgrounds and starting point in life. To help our students adapt to these changes, we must continue to refresh our curriculum to ensure that the knowledge, skills, and values taught remain current and relevant. To this end, the Memorandum of Understanding, the MOU, between the Ministry of Education, Youth, and Information and the Amber Group is an important step in achieving that goal. The Ministry's National Standards Curriculum, which in 2018 is predicated on STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, as the fundamental base. The objectives emphasize experiential methodologies and the exploration of the 4 C's: critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication, which are aimed at improving students' multiple intelligence and interest in an enabling and supportive environment, enforcing the value of discovery learning. Therefore, with the evolving changes in education and the needs of students, it is still important to build on existing efforts to help them to be agile and ready for the contemporary and emerging jobs, regardless of their backgrounds and starting point in life. The Ministry of Education is therefore collaborating with AMBER to promote the teaching and learning of coding in public schools across Jamaica. The objective of the pilot program is to develop skills such as logical and critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration, teamwork, mathematics, and to instill confidence in kids through coding. To support this, a coding computer applications class will be incorporated in the regular school curriculum. The pilot program will be conducted across 20 schools with approximately 2,000 students. As you heard, classes have already started. We still have room for more students to come on board. 2 grade levels are in the pilot program, grades 4 and grade 9. The classes are conducted for an hour and a half, twice in a week, and it will be for a period of 3 months. Classes are being delivered online for the 3 hours. Online meeting software such as Zoom or Google Classroom is used. Amber is using their online web platform to teach coding to students with an instructor oversight. Concepts will be explained through Zoom or Google Classroom, and those concepts will be practiced through activities on the online web platform. Schools, we have gone through the selection process for schools, and we have at least like 500 or so students, already registered, and we're happy. I was very heartened just now to listen to the students who started and to hear their excitement and enthusiasm for the program. I know that we won't really see the benefit of it like right now, but come back 5 years down the line, and these students, you're going to be amazed at what they'll be able to do with the computers. They're learning right now. They're learning coding. You heard them talk about binary. I am sure in the exam that they take that have to do with technology, they're going to be so far ahead. It's going to be amazing, because whereas before they might have just been doing the theory, now they're doing the practical. I mean, they're talking about apps, creating apps, and all of that is going to be amazing, because you're catching them at a point where their minds are so open to all this information, all this knowledge, and they will have so much power, believe it or not, in terms of understanding the computer, but also in terms of giving the computer instructions to do things. And it's going to be a wonderful feeling for these students. And I am delighted that the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information is bringing this opportunity to our schools, and as many students who would like, I'm sure over time the program is going to build as students talk about it to others, and we will move out of the pilot phase to incorporate more of our schools and more of our students, more of our boys and girls into this. And I look forward to the many things that they will be creating. I am sure that they'll be solving many of the world's problems, by creating apps that can do a lot of different things. So I am delighted to stand here, and even more delighted to go over to that table to sign the MOU between Amber. And I want you to take back our heartfelt thank you to Amber for coming on board. I know they have invested much in this as well, and we appreciate it. Children, parents across Jamaica, we appreciate that. And I say to you, this is something wonderful in the making. And I say that because I was late in getting here, because MP Lawrence from Westmoreland asked me to be at an appreciation ceremony for some infant school students who have been doing online classes. And as I was sitting there looking at the screen and looking at them, I'm thinking, we have no idea. Even though we talk about the pandemic and we want to get out of it and whatnot, but we have no idea what this opportunity to be online is sparking in our children. So out of every bad situation, you have opportunities, and that was my thought this morning. And then to come here after that, I mean, it's even wonderful. I am in Hog's heaven. So thank you very much. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Honorable Favour Williams, Minister of Education, Youth and Information, and I must say that her excitement is very catching. It's very catching. Very, very catching. So to mark the launch of the program, we're now going to have the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information and the Amber Group. To represent the ministry It will be Minister Williams and Mr. Floyd Garrett from Amber Group. Switch. We are witnessing a historic moment, very, very historic moment. Of course, this pilot program will impact 2,000 students, 1,000 at the primary level and 1,000 from the secondary level. And you would have heard some of the students just express their gratitude about learning about coding. Yes. All right. So we just witnessed a very historic moment. Yes. Elbow. Let's do an elbow. It's so accustomed to the to symbolize that the document has been signed.
And then we're going to ask, yes, and Dr. Drew to stand behind.
Okay.
In terms of the, all right, come.
Okay.
It's okay.
Go ahead with the vote of thanks.
Yes.
Yes. So we're going to have Dr. Troop and Dr. McLean just stand with the documents. Yes. We just have the documents opened. Yes. We all have to capture this very historic moment. All right. Okay. All right, so at this time, remember we have a brief program and we want to be out of here so that we can continue. So our next speaker is Dr. Cassandra Troop. She's the Acting Chief Education Officer here at the Education Ministry. In another dispensation, we would refer to her as Captain Troop, but for today, she's our Acting CEO who will deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you so much to our moderator, Mrs. Lisa Rowe. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and permit me to be associated with the protocols having been established, and especially since we're at the end. It's really my joy this afternoon to express my gratitude on behalf of all the participants, our boys and girls, 2,000 boys and girls who will be experiencing the delight and inspiration that we have already seen from the videos of the students expressing what is happening to them. And Minister, I must confess that I was worried. Yes, when you came back from your inspirational engagement with Mr. Dushan and you said, we have to do this. I was like, when are we going to do this in the pandemic? And Minister said, yes, we have to put this in our schools. We have to diversify our curriculum offerings. And here we are today. I want to thank you, Minister, on behalf of the 2,000 students who will benefit for your visioning, for being unafraid, for pushing the limit of this education system. We deeply appreciate you and we stand with you. And today, 2,000 boys and girls will be better. As you said, they may not see the impact today, but we anticipate, as you have said, student achievement is the outcome that we seek for. And I know these 2,000 students will be better for it. Thank you, Minister. I want to thank you, Mr. Garrett, for representing the Amber Innovation Group this afternoon. We are happy for the partnership, and you have said that this is a of Jamaica, Silicon Valley. And that's great inspiration for us because you know what that means. Jamaica will be a leading country in the Caribbean and in the wider part of the world. And we have been doing that. You know, once there's a Jamaican in a space, you can know that because we are dominant and we do well at everything we do. And with this kind of partnership, I'm anticipating great things for our education system. Thank you for the partnership. And thank you for the learning that we are going to anticipate from this pilot, because as Minister said, we will be replicating and rolling out further in our education system. I want to thank my PS for laying the welcome. It has been a warm welcome, and you also exuded a sense of excitement that we are feeling internally for this program to be rolled out and to be benefiting our boys and girls. Thank you so much, PS. Thank you, Lisa, our moderator. You opened in prayer. And of course, you have taken us through a smooth journey with this program. We are grateful to have you on the team, and you look radiant, as Minister said. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you on behalf of our students in the virtual space for participating and sharing with us. We are really, really grateful, and we are excited about the benefits that this program will have for not just the boys and girls, but Jamaica land we love. I thank you.
And on that note, I am happy to put a close on the launch of our pilot Coding in Schools program. We want to thank everyone for joining us on social media, on our social media platforms. You would have witnessed history this afternoon. If you want to go back and check it out, visit our social media pages, MOEYI Jamaica, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And to members of our media who would have joined us on Zoom, we look forward to the stories from our media partners coming out of this initiative. My name is Lisa Rowe. Have a safe and restful weekend. And I'm sure I speak for everyone here at the Education Ministry to just take the liberty to say Happy Mother's Day to all our mothers across the country when it comes on Sunday. God bless you and good afternoon. Yes, my first Mother's Day. And I didn't remember.